You ever have those days, the ones where you feel like you're pouring every single ounce of energy you have into a goal? You're working day and night, but the results, they're just not showing up. It is so frustrating, and it really makes you wonder if all that effort is even worth it. Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful message about that exact feeling. Let's just be real for a second. Does working hard sometimes feel completely pointless? If you've ever felt that way, you are so not alone. We're about to explore a perspective that tackles this feeling head on, and honestly, it might just change how you see your daily grind. So, where do we even begin with this? Well, we start by acknowledging a pretty fundamental truth about any big journey. It's this idea we'll call the unseen destination, and it really gets to the core of why progress can feel so hard to see sometimes. Here's a simple but powerful fact. For most people who are striving for something great, the path is almost never a straight line up. Progress isn't always visible, and success doesn't just show up on a nice, predictable schedule. So if you're feeling this, it's not a sign that you're failing. It's just the reality of the process. Okay, so if we can't count on seeing progress every single day, what's the secret? This brings us to the core idea here, something we can call the paradox of success. Think of success like this. It's made of two essential parts. On one side, you have your unseen work. That's the daily, relentless effort that you, and only you, can control. But on the other side, you have the right moment, that one opportune time for all your work to pay off. And that's the part you don't control. So success, it's what happens when those two things finally click into place. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Your hard work is absolutely essential. I mean, it's the non-negotiable part of the whole deal. But its ultimate payoff is tied to a specific moment in time that's often completely out of your hands. And here's the other side of that coin, and this is absolutely crucial to get. You can't just sit around and wait for the right time to show up. Without you putting in that relentless effort, that perfect moment, it'll come and go, and you won't be ready for it. Your work is what prepares you to actually seize that opportunity. So that brings up a really important question. What does working hard actually mean here? Because it's not just about being busy. It's a specific kind of intensity. It's an engine of effort. So what does that kind of effort look like? It's a simple but really powerful three-step blueprint. First, you start early. You seize the day. Second, you push your limits relentlessly. This isn't about coasting. It's about actively challenging yourself to go further. And third, the foundation for all of it. You persist. You just never, ever give up. And here's the payoff for all that. This quote connects the dots perfectly. It links your level of dedication directly to how high you can climb. It's not just about the work itself, but about the depth of your commitment to the work. That commitment, that's the fuel that's going to let you rise higher. Now, let's be real, that level of intensity, it can be draining. So how do you keep that up day after day, especially when you're not seeing the results you want? The answer is in a specific mindset, which we can call the art of a new day. This is the core principle. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday, whether you failed, you fell short, or you just felt defeated. Today is a clean slate. Every single sunrise basically hands you a psychological reset button. And look, this isn't just some vague feel-good idea. It's an actual, actionable strategy. How do you start fresh? Well, you think anew. You challenge your old ways of thinking. You plan something new, trying a different approach instead of just repeating what didn't work. You try to see things in a new way, looking for opportunities you might have missed. All of this comes together to let you truly start your life anew every single morning. So when you combine that relentless engine of effort with that renewing mindset of a new day, the outcome is no longer a question of if, but when. And this brings us to our final section, the inevitable ascent. And here is the promise in all of this. All that unseen work, all of that daily renewal, it's all building towards something big. That right moment we've been talking about will arrive. And you know what? It might even come as a total surprise, catching you when you least expect it, all because of your unwavering preparation. So the most important thing is how we look at our setbacks. This final piece of advice really reframes the whole idea of failure. It's not a final destination. It's just a location. It's the starting point from where you get to find a new way forward, armed with everything you've just learned. In the end, it all comes down to this. Your journey isn't defined by waiting for the right moment, but by all the work you do while you wait. It's not defined by past failures, but by your future actions. So let's end with a question for you to think about. Looking at where you are right now, from the place you last struggled, what is your new beginning?